Kylian Mbappe at full force. That is brilliant. There is no stopping him.
Oh, what a goal, Thierry Henry!
A fulminating hit.
The club have seen few talents such as his.
Listen, I feel like every single time we have a game that PSG are playing in on this show, we always talk about Kylian Mbappe, just how special he is. We make the obvious comparisons with you and your career as well. Can you kind of break down for us what makes him so very special, Thierry?
Well, that's an easy one, but let's start with the goal that he scored 3 weeks ago against Real Madrid, because that was special. And people always talk about his speed, but it's not only that. I like the fact that he has control, power, and balance when he's dribbling. And you can see here, is attracting the defender. They are naive enough to open that window, and then if you open the window, he'll step into your house and score.
So tell me how he did. How does this work, Thierry?
This is you can see every time he's like going slowly, pushing the ball on every step almost. He's trying to see if you're going to buy this. But I never understood that with the defender. Why you defend the ball, obviously, and the goal. But you always at one point want to come and get it, or you overstepping somewhere.
Because we don't want to give you time to think about where you're going to go next with the ball. So we're trying to get there as soon as possible.
But that's exactly what they did. They opened that little window. He went in because he has the technique, not only the speed. So he goes in, he generates power on his right foot, on his left foot, and he has the composure to finish it at the end of a game in the Champions League. So
he's just waiting for that to open up.
It is because if you think about it, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this. Where can he go there?
Yeah.
The goal is there. But if you open that window, he's waiting. Are you moving? If you're moving, I'm going. This is what he did. And he does that to the T. And I like the way he thinks about it, because he thinks about how he can score goals. It doesn't just happen like that.
Well, that's in tight spaces, and it is what makes Mbappe so special. He can do it either in tight spaces or huge spaces. And we've got a clip here from the, obviously, Champions League this season as well, where he's got space. And is this where he's at his best?
No, it is. First and foremost, same thing. Power, technique. Now, if you give him that, you're never going to see him again. The strength that he has in his leg, to be able to do that with the ball at your feet, dancing around with the defender. And then you can see here, he lost a bit of his balance. That's why he couldn't finish it. And in and around, you will see here. This is why it's so difficult to keep your composure and your balance when you're running with the ball at full speed.
What do you see from your game in Kylian Mbappe's?
Well, with all humility, because this guy is just a freak. But the way he could see a goal and think about it, see the path, and execute it. Sometimes you see a 1v11. Everyone will tell you, wow, it's 11 players to beat. It's not 11 players to beat. If I beat you, I beat the line. You understand what I mean? And I used to think like that. First and foremost, win your 1v1. Then you will have another. And then you will see the goalkeeper. Look at the goal that I scored against Liverpool. I don't know why I'm there, by the way, but I'm there. So
I wish you weren't.
This is the picture. Emileski, Owen is up front, and you have 2 lines of 4. At that moment, it's a 1v, okay, he's out, 1v9, because the goalkeeper is there. All I'm thinking is it's a 1v1 with Didier Amann. And I know at that particular moment, if I push the ball well, I should beat him. But you have to be equipped. That's why I talk about technique and control while you're running. I didn't push the ball too well there. I had to push it again. Now, I know he fell. He's out. I don't have to look behind me. It's over. Now, 1v1 again. And I need to make them believe, all of them, even more so Jamie, that I'm going to shoot with my right foot to be able to go into the little space that they're going to open, if they believe in it.
But what if he was to take a step?
But if he did take a step, I was dead. But he didn't. This is what I thought at the time when I did it. You can't go there and go, what am I doing now? Because it's too late. I thought about it when I passed Didier Amann. When I passed Didier Amann, then I passed Jamie, then I went inside, I recomposed myself to finish with Dudek. And this is why I think Kylian Mbappe also has. He can see the path and has the attribute to execute it. That's very important too.
But what I think you had, and Kylian Mbappe certainly has, is they put fear in defenders. Now, I'm looking at that, and that is embarrassing defending from yourself. But I know the effect you used to have on me, certainly for the 3 or 4 year period, when I was playing against you, I don't think I played the way I would against somebody else because it was you. And I think Kylian Mbappe and the great players have that effect on defenders. Did you feel like yourself, not just against me or other defenders, when you were at your prime, that there was fear in their eyes when they were coming against you?
Yes, because speed does make people scared. He installed fear into defenders. But also at the beginning of the game, I was always going to give you that 5 runs for no reasoning behind to let you know, oh, I'm faster than you, so stay there. So I can get my ball and maybe do that. But also there's something that's important. You need to have a lot of weapons. Because if it was only about speed, you wouldn't have been scared because there was a lot of guys that were fast in the league at the time. But if you add, like I mentioned, control, speed, accuracy, balance, left foot, right foot, it's almost difficult, almost virtually, I would say, impossible to defend. But like I would like to say, you guys stop me more than I pass you. All I need is one.
So players like Mbappe might have learned the way they move from you. Where did you learn it from?
Well, there was 3 guys, George Weah, Romario, and the one and only R9, Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo.
What does this mean here?
La potenza è nulla senza controllo. Well, you played in Italy.
Well, tell me, please.
You played in Italy?
Well, I didn't get the next stage of the grammar.
Power is nothing without control.
Okay.
And he had that in abundance. I mean, I'm looking at it, and I don't know how he didn't break his leg. The power that it generates to go one way to the other to change. And he could do that, by the way, everywhere on the field. Take the ball, and we can see here. Oh, see you. No, the quality that Ronaldo had was just, for me, the best that I've seen when you combine all the words and all the adjectives that I just mentioned before about Mbappe. It was just out of this world. So, yeah, he's the guy that inspired me a lot in terms of doing that with the ball.
Is there anything in Mbappe's game in the last year or 2 that you think's taken him to that next level now?
He finishes better. He used to do a lot of skills sometime, and he understood in the past year and a half, if I can say, because he's been magnificent since that. Now he needs to be efficient more often than not. Finish. He has to stop going around and trying to please the crowd. You can please the crowd by doing this. And this is something that he did recently. He used to like to curve the ball, shift the ball in, and curve it into the top corner. Now he's giving defenders another problem, another weapon. Now when he pushes the ball here, he's waiting for you to open your leg, obviously when you shift it, to hit it through your legs. So now he can bend, or he can hit it for your legs. So now you don't even know if you have to put your leg up or not. So this is why I think this guy is clever, because he doesn't stay only with what he was born with. He's working.
Go on, though, Mike. All those muscles got to be good for something. How would you go against Thierry if you got to defend Thierry?
Okay, it was 2. So I would use Jamie. So I used to play with James Milner at Man City. I would tell him to go first, and then I come after, slow him down, and then the tackle here. But what we've seen with Mbappe and Henry, sometimes it's difficult. They can go both left and right, and the quality they have, it's difficult, but that's how I would do it.
All right, good stuff. Listen, the Santiago Bernabeu has been the setting, of course, for so many memorable Champions League nights, and this promises to be yet another one. We've got 2 European giants on the pitch, Real Madrid and PSG, but only one can move on. Stay with us. Kickoff is next.